So here we are back with the second lab in prompt design in Vertex AI. We're starting the lab and we are going to open up the Google Cloud Console in an incognito window, accept everything, and it's just like a smile and wave situation. Let's go to Vertex AI and go and create a prompt. That's our first task. Well, yeah. Let's just go back and look at the instructions. First, we have to rename it as image analysis. So I'm gonna go to the top left, renaming this. Then again, we have to make sure the model and the location, the region. And let's go to the top right, bottom right, and set the region. The model is the right one. And save this image and upload this. And I'm just gonna put in the prompts that we get from the instructions page, and you could see we get the output. I copy the next prompt and paste it. Basically, in the first task, we are just gonna query a few prompts that we have and input it, and you could see we get the output. So this output would be a bit more detailed because we have asked for more details, right? And the next thing that the task asks us is to play with the temperature. So increasing the temperature makes the model a bit more creative. So I'm going to do that. And you could see a slight difference, a noticeable difference. See? Yeah. Now let's just extract the information from the image using this prompt. Let's kind of extract and get the output in a tabular format. So we do this. And note, like, we don't need a higher temperature for these kind of prompts because we need the details as it is. So even a 0.1 is going to do the job. So I'm just going to ask a question and see. Since like the model already has enough information, we're going to get the answer. Now let's also try asking this prompt. It's a bit more complex, where the model has to do some work on the query. And you could see the model has kind of extracted all the data and did the calculations. So let's save this prompt. So again, we need to enter the location and then the region, and that's it. So first we go here and make sure the location, the region over here is also the same. So I'm just going to go down and I'm going to click on save. So yeah, the region is the same and we could go ahead. And we could check the progress. This would be, yeah, it's complete. Now for task 2, we're gonna go to the cloud storage and also to the Cloud Shell terminal. So I'm just gonna copy this bucket address. And I'm also gonna copy this terminal command. I'm going to go to the cloud and the buckets. Then I'm going to click on the terminal icon. So you're going to get a lot of authorization request, you could accept it and agree with it. Authorize, and I'm gonna paste in the terminal command first. Then I have to make a slight modification, like I have copied the bucket address, so I'm gonna erase this and I'm gonna paste the bucket address and hit enter. Yep, the video is done. Now let's go back and create a prompt. Again, Vertex AI, and create prompt. I'm gonna close this terminal shell because we have done what we need, and we're gonna upload the video from the cloud storage. And click on the bucket and just get the train video. So once we have that, right, let me just put the region again. It just automatically resets. Yeah, you could click on preview and see the train video. Just making sure that we went through everything. So yeah, let's go with the first prompt. So we got an output, and yeah, if you have seen the video, it is an appropriate output. Again, the next prompt, and it does a very fine job. Next thing we are going to jump is going to be into prompt design, but let's clear this. Again, we're going to make sure all the model parameters and everything is the right thing. So I'm just going to ask. Again, we're going to set the location, the region to West 4, and let's do the prompt. So quick note, when we do the prompt and you could see the answers coming one by one, that's called streaming. We'll get back to it later, but let's look at what the task says. It asks us to, explore the parameters. So I'm just going to increase the temperature, decrease it. Increasing it will be making the model more creative. Decreasing it will make it straightforward to the point. So yeah. Oh, also we're going to change the output token limit. So the output token limit would be giving us, like if it's a low number, it's going to give us a short answer, like a short output. And if it's a higher number, it goes up as much as the specified token. So yeah, with the lower, we can just ignore that. With the lower token size, the answer is going to be, the output is going to be smaller. And let's see with lower temperature, again, it's going to be straight to the point. Now let's just clear this and get into the prompt designs. So first thing we're going to go is into one-shot prompting, where we just give one example and one example input and one example output. So I'm just going to copy this and add it here in the input field, copy the output Okay, I just made a mistake. I've copied it down below. I'm just doing a voiceover in this video. That's the reason why I'm not making any changes. So I'm just gonna copy an input and just add over there, and also gonna copy the prompt and enter. So our model output, example output was a sentence. So right now I'm just going to change the example and just make it just green. And give the same question, and you could see the output is just a one-word answer. So again, in few shot prompting, we are going to give more example input and output. So I'm just going to copy that and do this. And that's how it is done. So with more examples, it's easier for the model to give a better output. And we're going to save this file as sentimental analysis. Again, we're going to set the right region and just, yeah, that's it. I'm going to save this and just turning our auto save. So just making and doing the manual save just to be sure. And let's check the progress, and it's all done. Now jumping into designing prompt with context. This is the fun part. So again, I'm going to go back, create a prompt, set the region, and let's do this. With the system instructions, it's more like you're giving the model a role that it has to play. So I'm just going to copy the system instructions and just paste it. And just give the prompt. And the only output that I'm going to get is like, have I tried turning it on and off, because that's what the system instruction says. Again, even if I do this, again, all I have to do is just plug it off. Copy and let's ask the questions again. So we are getting a solution instead of this model asking us to turn it on and off. So I'm just going to save this as support technician helper. But before that, you can just have more fun over here. So again, we have to make sure the location and the region is best for save. And let's see, let's just have fun over here. Our task is done. I'm just having fun over here. So you could also ask and like set up system instructions so that it can be a pirate or give answers like Steve Irwin, David Attenborough, or even Morgan Freeman. So again, like you can see, the token limit was 250 characters. That's the reason why the output is small. So that's pretty much about this lab.